Welcome to a little follow-up video. In my previous video, I showed all about how I repaired this fantastic Danica Supply, and all that is perfectly fine. But after the video was made, I spent a few more days finalizing my product. And one of the things that really drove me nuts, that is this case. And this case is a very, very well used and well-known case for all sorts of products made in my area. At least you probably find this case made in many other countries throughout Europe maybe. And this particular case design is made by or sold by a company called Borre. And I don't know if they really made this or just resold this case. So if you know more about this, you're of course much welcome to comment on that. So the problem with this case is that the first problem is the top plate is insanely thin. Well, all those aluminium plates here, they are so thin and flimsy. And if you put anything on it, the plate bends down and it is just locked into a groove here on each side by just 1/4 of a millimeter. So that means if it bends down a little bit, it will flip in from this groove and it will bend down here on the side like this. And then it will stay out of the groove and you will have a really bad looking unit. So that was the first thing, and I want to show exactly how I fixed this. So let's look a little bit at one of the problems. The side here is, I don't know if you can see this, but if I bend this, see, it's moving. Well, you can maybe see, I don't know, but it can move. So here's one of my little mods. I did, of course, a few, but this one is the first. So I just measured the height. I used a piece of metal from this groove. Here, this is where the plate is standing, or just barely touching this outer part of this groove. And you can, of course, see this will not work, right? I 3D printed those plastic parts. And I just glued these in on something that is nice and stable. And now they are just barely touching the top. So when the top moves down, it's super stable. So this is a good trick. If you have this something that is nice and stiff and stable inside your case, you can steal this trick somehow. But then there's another trick. You can probably see the little screws and nuts that I put here. It turns out that the M4 nut and a little M4 screw actually fits perfectly fine here. Look at maybe I can show the top. Oh, yeah, like that. Can you see the top side of the nut more or less align with the groove? So now the side of this top plate can't really go out because it is held at the exact right height. So I just added 2 of these. I think it's enough with 2 in each side. So now that is perfect. Okay, how to take away the sides? There is there's a groove, of course, in each side, a top and a bottom side, and this piece of aluminium can just barely go into the hole and then into the groove, and then it can go up again. There is a little rubber band in the bottom side of this groove. So the idea is you stick this in and press it in, and then it goes up and is now locked in place. So how to take these out? You take a flat screwdriver into this hole like so, and then you bend and push like this. So like you have to make a mark in the aluminium and then push it down, and then when you push it down you also push out, and then it starts to go out, and then you just follow a new hole and do the same process, and then you will get them out. Be careful not to spear yourself with the screwdriver when it goes through. You need to not have your hands exactly there, right? So here is the last modification I did to the case. You can of course see that I added the IEC connector here for much better power entry, but it goes outside of the side. If I look like that, it does that. And also the fuse, look at the fuse, and then I do the same. It is, yes, you can see it from the side, right? Originally, this hole was for a mounting system like this. You press these in and then the cable goes out. And of course, this cable, I could clearly see it was partly destroyed by bending and putting this cabinet on the floor at the rear side. And this is how I store stuff all the time. So to make this good for the future, I designed those little plastic parts like that and 3D printed using PETG. So it is a very, very good material for handling stuff like this. And of course I just used the original screw holes and threads and all that kind of stuff. Just used a little bit longer screws, and now it is, as you can see, perfectly fine to put on the floor. And there's another reason why you want to put these on the floor, and that is, of course, the handles. They are a little bit flimsy, so you definitely want to lift the cabinet straight up like that. It's also much, much better for your back and your hands and everything. So that is all I wanted to show in this very short video. Thank you. Bye-bye.